Potpourri and cookies, yeah, yeah. Hello everyone, Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, and I am back with another mask video. Alright, so today we have the Soultanicals Superfro Ambunu Hairgro Scalp Defense Hair Intensive Mask. I was getting those two words mixed up. So this is what they dropped for Black Friday. You know, they always have a new product for Black Friday. And so I was excited to get this. I didn't manage to get anything else. If you guys saw in my Black Friday haul video, I talked about it. I didn't manage to get anything else but this, okay? So, first of all, Ambunu is kind of like one of those little mild trends. It's kind of smaller, more in the DIY space, and I'm not a DIY natural, but I do know that there is a bit of a buzz around Ambunu, right? And so this also, as far as up front, I was kind of like, ooh, because it contains some spicy ingredients, y'all. Some stuff that's spicy. And on the directions, they specifically tell you, do not leave this in overnight. And I wonder if it has to do with the spicy ingredients, you know what I mean? So the scent, my first time smelling it. Hey, it smells like, girl, this is on some spicy potpourri. Y'all know little dried leaf potpourri stuff that people used to leave in their bathroom, or if they do that, and it's still now, my mom did it, doesn't do it anymore. Like, yo, this smells like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to, the other Soultanicals conditioner that I really, really like the scent of is the, what's the name of that other one? That smells like cinnamon, like ginger and Christmas. Whatever. This is surpassing it because it doesn't have like a holiday scent, in my opinion. This is just spicy, smell good all the time, okay? All right, so anyway, let's actually get the application, and as I put it in, I'm going to do the voiceover, and it's going to talk about the ingredients and then the message that's on there so you can learn a little bit more about Ambunu.
Ambunu is an indigenous African plant which contains saponin, which produces a natural cleansing ability, as well as detangling properties. Along with its mild cleansing properties, Ambunu is an effective antioxidant, emollient, and anti-inflammatory ingredient, making it an effective solution for irritated scalps. Cinnamon is a potent microbial which increases circulation to the hair follicles and encourages the growth of new strands. The first 5 ingredients are distilled water infused with slippery elm and Ambunu, behydramonium methosulfate, cetyl alcohol, extra virgin olive oil, and flaxseed oil. The spicy ingredients that I keep referencing are cinnamon root, which can be found kind of towards the middle of the ingredients list, and cayenne pepper, which can be found towards the end of the ingredients list. And I can't resist. I like my women fire like cayenne, chocolate, boldly, running up behind.
Potpourri and cookies, yeah, yeah. Okay, anyway, let me stop being silly. So I just want to make a comment about the texture. There is like, I don't know if it's just my individual container because, you know, Soultanicals does small batch this stuff, but there are parts where it feels kind of solid and then I'm having to kind of like rub it into my hair to make those solid parts. I'm trying to pick up one that's solid, but I can't quite get it to show you. But it feels a little solid, and then I'm having to like rub it to like emulsify it and get it smooth. So I don't know if that's unique to my batch or the one that I have, or if that is a property of it. But there are no grains in here because some of their stuff has grains, especially ones that have powders listed on the ingredients. And I do feel a little tingling, kind of like on my face where it's touching and stuff. So it's a little spicy. It's got spicy ingredients. So I'm going to add water because that's what I do. And then let's get into the detangling of it to see how it does. Alright, let's clip it. Listen, at this point, anyone who deep conditions overnight with this product want all the smoke. They want all the smoke because I can feel this. I can feel this on my hair. You playing games if you deep condition overnight with this. You really risking your life. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get the first section. I can already tell that the whole thing is pretty slippery. My thing is, Soultanicals deep conditioners, they tend to be slippery anyway, as far as them compared to other conditioners. But there is kind of like a hierarchy of slipperiness when you're comparing them to each other. there's a little bit of a difference there. So so far I can tell with this one, it might be in the more slippery category. You know, I always compare them to my favorites. My favorites are the Fro Despair and the Manoy. Those are my favorites. Like, as in, they've gotten multiple purchases from me. I've purchased salon sizes of those before in the past as well. So that's like my point of comparison. And of course, before I get out the brush, how I wore my hair last week, it was pretty well defined, very defined wash and go. So I do tend to have a little bit less of an issue detangling my hair when I've worn my hair super detangled. And it was down all week until I threw it up in a bun for today's groceries and coffee before beginning to film. So there's that, full transparency. So let's bring the brush out. Bring it out, bring it out. All right. Detangling very nicely. Very nicely, but it's Soultanicals, so I knew you would. All right. Just closing in on the rest of the roots. Getting the roots. The roots. All right, my hair is super smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and twist it up as per usual. I'm going to detangle the rest of my head because once you see me do it once, you see me do it the total number of times that I'm going to do it. And then I'm gonna deep condition, which y'all know I only do for the camera. Only do for the camera. And I don't know, how long do they say to do it? Let's see. Okay, 30 minutes. They say 30 minutes. So we're gonna do 30 minutes and then we'll be back. Y'all, I usually would just take my cap off to like remove that step, but like I wanted you to look at my corners. Ooh, lift it off like, ooh. Waves on swim so they hate on him. Okay, so I got the bag. Let me throw this to the side somewhere. I put it there. Worry about it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think I'm gonna do this side. It's easier for me to rinse that on camera. We gotta get a rinse test in. So, ooh, they nice and heavy, girl. They've received. Let's see. Oh yeah, juicy, juicy. Okay, so let's get the rinse in. Let's get the rinse in. Alright, I made sure to rinse this really, really well because of how like it was a little spicy earlier. So I'm like, I don't want none of this left on my head. But okay, it's a very clean rinse. It actually came out very easily. Very clean rinse. It does feel a little squeaky, but at the same time my hair is super soft. So it's like it's like my hair is really, really soft, but I maybe cleansed it with a shampoo, which makes sense because Ambunu is supposed to have like cleansing properties. So yeah, I do feel like my hair is very, very clean. Like I feel like there's just nothing on it, but it's soft. So that's great. Ooh, I like that. All right, so I am here with the final thoughts. Y'all already know what it is. My hair is not done, but is it ever? In the end of these deep condition videos? No. And we already know what it is. Okay, so first of all, my first comment on this for the final wrap up is the scent is a 10 out of 10. I thought that I liked that other one. I still can't remember the name of it and I didn't go look. I don't know if it was the Glide and Go Deep or whatever that had that smell. I think it might have been Glide and Go Deep. Girl, this is queen. I would give this as a gift to somebody just because the smells so good. The slip, of course, is Soultanicals standard slip. It does have more slip than like the hair therapy mask. I think was the last deep conditioner video that I did. Well, the last Soultanicals deep conditioner video that I did. This definitely had more slip than that. And so it is almost right up there with my favorite Soultanicals deep conditioners that I purchase all the time, as I mentioned earlier. So the slip is great. It is spicy, and so there I do kind of put a note of caution. Like if you are someone who your regular routine is to deep condition overnight, or you're someone who's just really sensitive, I would highly recommend that you do like a patch test. Like take some of this and like put it on your skin and like, you know, and then like wipe it out and let it sit. And I'm doing this because, Narada was talking about doing it here, which is funny because I always thought about doing it on the neck or something, but I guess this is an inconspicuous place, so if you have an allergy or whatever, I would put it somewhere on my skin, okay, so that you can see if it's going to irritate you or not before you put this on your head, because it quickly dissipated once I put it up in the clips and I started detangling, and then even after I rinsed and stuff, I didn't feel anything, but it definitely, I could tell there was some spicy stuff in this ingredients when I was first applying it, and the hair was hanging by my face for sure. So that's definitely a consideration if you are someone who is really, really sensitive, okay? And then even sensitive people who are sensitive to scents, this is very strongly scented, so there's that. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the rinse, okay? I want to make the distinction here about the rinse. It does feel like something was cleansing, okay? It is the property of Ambunu. But it doesn't feel as squeaky clean rinse as the hair therapy mask. Like when that rinsed out, I was kind of like, ooh, you know? But when this rinsed out, it was like, okay, it feels like I used a moisturizing shampoo, a sulfate-free shampoo, a shampoo that probably got some oils in here to cut the cleansing a little bit. That's what this feels like. I almost wonder what it would be like if you're someone who does like a midweek rinse. I have at times like redone my hair in the middle of the week, and like because I felt like my scalp was like not dirty, I have just gone in and like done my entire regimen, applying conditioner just like I had shampooed or something and then rinsed it out. I wonder if you could get away with using this in that way, and if it would kind of remove some extra product from the hair that you maybe, you know, beyond what rinsing would do. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm going to have an unofficial guide to Soultanicals deep conditioners. Yes, y'all, I finally am putting the video together, but before that comes out, I'm going to put some of my other Soultanicals deep conditioner reviews right here so you guys can check them out. Subscribe, I post videos every week, and I'll talk to you in the next one.